Welcome everyone, this is Will, K-Mac Vintage, coming to you today is Wednesday, November 8th, it's almost 6:30 p.m. here in Cayman. It was a very beautiful day, but I did spend doing quite a bit of work in here. Um, Behind me there on that uh, table somewhere over there is my huge ultrasonic cleaner. So I emptied that today and filled it back up with 6.5 gallons of actually distilled water and the ultrasonic solution because I had a bunch of boards to clean because I've been fixing quite a bit of things. So anyway, so did that, cleaned a bunch of boards, did some more work on different boards and that. Took care of some ordering things I had to do and that. So anyway, what I'm working on now is, yes, you guess, another SE30, but this one I've already stripped the chips off of it. This one here was battery bombed. It's pretty bad down in this area, but the owner cleaned it. Let me see here if we can. Yeah, okay. Down in this area, of course, where the battery bomb happened all the time. Um, some things were missing already and corroded. Um, Most of the 250, well, these three 258s. Well, two of them I can't use. I have all the chips off over here. You can't see it, but they're here on my bench. Some chips I have not taken off yet because I'll take those off later. But I've already stripped this board of all the PLCCs and the other chips and so forth that I need for now. And it's going to be reloaded onto a blue board. But the nice thing with this board is that it is for a person by the name of Richard McFarland. Richard McFarland runs the a computer hobby shop. You can go to their website, computerhobbyshop.com, and he also runs a lot of nonprofit and gives away things and donates and all that. So, pretty interesting stuff on his website. But he contacted me a while back. Said he's got a SE30 board that he wants transferred and so forth, and I'm not sure what his goal is to do with it, but so I agreed to help him out. He did buy quite a few other things. He did buy a ROM sim programmer version 2. He bought two 8 megabyte ROMs and already paid for the transfer service and so forth. So, um, not sure what his plans are with this board, but please go and check his website, and you can find him also on actually YouTube, Computer Hobby Shop. He's based in actually Idaho. I'm also remotely helping Scott fix a SE30. So, one second here. Yeah, sorry. I'm also trying to help Scott um, um, problem solve a SE30 on his, as giving him the uh, the 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 actually EMAC, um, CME Mac, CME Mac, whatever you want to call that damn word. I can never say it right, but anyway, CME Mac, I'm gonna call it. But anyway, so he sent me this board that I'm gonna transfer for him, and yeah, he wants me to do a video on it so that he can use the information, which is fine. I mean, we all share and we all work together in this hobby to um, restore and cherish these old machines and to keep them around for many years more to come. So anyway, so I've already taken everything off and it's gonna go on a blue board. Now, Richard did send me two blue boards, okay, but I've chosen not to use his because on his the backside is not already populated. Mine has all the resistors and capacitors already on there. When I buy them, I order it with that already done by the manufacturer, and they use their pick and place file and they actually bomb that I send them, and they put everything already on it for me. The only thing that's missing are the actually ferrite beads. Um, so I don't know how you pronounce that word, ferrite, or is it ferret? It's Ferrit. So okay, so So I do have his two boards. I'll probably send them back to him because I'm not gonna take sit there and take off of a board all of these small little pieces and solder them onto this board. Okay. Will actually doesn't play that game. Bobo said no. So as it is, I really gotta take 15 of the ferrite beads off and put them on here. So, but um, yesterday I started another board too. I finished it actually this morning. Okay. So yeah, I started another board yesterday and I finished most of it last night. I did test it. Um, that was a funny thing. I mean, since we're talking about it, it's a board for actually Scott Harden, who's the one that lives in Dallas that I went to visit, and it's a SE30. I mean, that's most of my transfers, and I did sorted everything, got it all done. Go and plug it in. I get a gray screen, I get a chime, but I get no pointer, no nothing. So I'm like, oh crud, what the hell could this be? So I go and look and look and look. I was like, okay, well, let me just recheck all of my solder joints. And I actually started the Apple Sound chip, then I go to the serial, then I go to the SCSI, then the swim, then I come to the two vias. And hold, behold, via 2, which is the one that sits right here. That's via 1, via 2. Um, I soldered these three sides and I totally forgot to solder this side. So I soldered it and um, plugged it back in and machine works. No problem. That was it. That was the only problem. That was that, and it worked great. Um, I went ahead and then tested it with Apple Cat, tested with actually TechStep, and everything passes. It went through ultrasonic cleaner, and now it's sitting down here. I don't have any more of the IDC header 50 pins for the internal SCSI. They're on the way to me, so I got a lot of supplies on the way to me. When they get in, I'll have to solder that on. So I don't have any more of those right now. I think I bought 50 or 60 of them that are on the way. So, but anyway, let's do a start on this board for Richard. I need my flux, my last one. I did order 5 more. So um, I'm gonna start off with the PLCC chips. So let's go to the scope. Hopefully it'll come in. Of course not. There it is. Okay. Let me set some things here that I need. We're not gonna I'm not gonna do too much on this board tonight because I'm tired. Last night I didn't go to bed till like almost 2 o'clock and I was up at 6. So I didn't have my lovely nap today, so I am tired. But because I got so many boards to still do, I want to try to do what I can. So let's try to get you a good focus. There we go. Okay, so this is the Apple Sound chip that's gonna go here. So that's this chip here. Put it there. Let me see here what Scott is saying. Okay. Oh no, that was Pitar. So Pitar, hello. If you do watch my video, I am reading your messages and saying hi at the same time too. Pitar just got an Apple Network Server 700. Oh, I'm speechless with that, and we're talking a little bit about it. So anyway, he also lives in Dallas. I met him when I was up there. Great gentleman. Amazing collection. I mean, he's been doing this. He's been storing, collecting, keeping. I don't know what the. I don't want to use the word hoarding, but I mean, When I saw his collection in his house, I was like, just like, wow. I mean, it's like, uh, anyway, amazing stuff and that. So amazing person, great knowledge. And I'm gonna go on a little rant here, okay? I mean, when I the people that I'm meeting in this hobby, I mean, the talent that is out there and is just involved with these projects and things is just amazing. And I just don't know why it's not being harnessed better and working together to make some amazing things. I mean, instead of each person working independently, let's tap into each other's abilities and knowledge base and and then actually create some amazing things. I mean, it's just I don't get it. I don't know why it's there's so much actually cutthroat out there. I mean, it's like you don't want to see another one succeed in something. You see, and I mean, this thing is worldwide. I mean, this talent is everywhere. Okay, we'll do that if cleaning doesn't work. Gonna use your new RAM also. Let me tell Scott I'm doing a video. Okay, what is Bitar? Yeah, I mean the talent is just amazing out there. I mean, just why can't we all work together? Let's. These days you don't need to be in the same building, the same town. I mean, same place. I mean, remote work is amazing. My hardest part is that I have to work. I have tons of a home. Yeah. So anyway, so how am I gonna put this on? It's like all other PLCs. I'm gonna anchor one point. So let's put some solder on my tip. I'm looking at this leg with this pad center as well. I also look at this one on this side to make sure how they look. And then once I'm satisfied with this corner being square, I will tap it. Now that's being held. Okay, so now I'll turn it around and I'll go tap, do the same thing, but with the opposite side. It's the safest way I've found to solder these things. Okay, so let me see, you have good view. There you are. If I can't see through the flux, I will heat it up a little bit and it'll become clear. Now I can tilt it, I can still move it, you see? And I line it up the same way. Now once this is lined up and I'm happy, I'll tap it. Now that is secure, you see? That's not going nowhere. I am moving it and it is secure. Now I'll go and drag all the other legs. So I'll come here and I am dragging, you see? That's all I'm doing. Till I see that there's a nice pillow there, and I'm happy with that. I tilt the board up like this and shine my light, and I can see right away if there's any bridge or not. And I don't see anything, and everything looks pretty well attached. Now I'll come to this side, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I put some solder, and all I'm gonna do is just drag it across the legs. See, they form a nice pillow. Now I am at a solder that is at 390 degrees. I thought I changed that to 400, but that's 390 Celsius. looks good. See, this is what happened with Scott's board. I thought I had all sides, and I missed one side completely. You'd be surprised how much those VIA chips do, because one of them controls VIA 1, has direct link to the RTC chip and everything else, and a bunch of IRQs, so you gotta make sure that works. Okay, VIA 2 has a lot to do with other communication between different chips and that. Okay, perfect. One chip is on. Alright, we got that one on. Let's go do these two little ones, these two little ones that I don't like. I don't like them because the pads are so small. Um, so I'm letting Pitar know that I mentioned him in my video. So for, but I mean, yeah, back over. Well, let's bring in one of these chips first. Okay, I'm looking to see how bad the solder is on these legs. It's not too bad. When I heat it up, most of that will melt and it will correct itself. So I'm not too worried about that. So let's go ahead and do this one. Um, yeah, so back to this talent thing. I mean, it's just amazing what is out there, and if only people can work together, or, I mean, open projects. I know open source and this and that, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, but I mean, let's do this for fun, people. I mean, yes, I do these actually reloaded boards, but I tell you, a lot of times I'm just breaking even. Okay, I can't go and charge an arm and a leg for this work because, I mean, if you can buy a working board SA30 for $200, let's say, okay, why would you want to take and ship your reloaded damaged board to someone, have them reload it and send it back and all that, and you pay the same price? That many people, unless there's a sentimental value to that board, they won't do it. Okay, so that's why my price can't be too high for this type of work, because it's not cost effective. I mean, that's why I'm at actually $150. That's all I charge for this. Okay. I mean, when you look at these RAM sockets, okay, I'm paying almost $3 a socket. Okay, and it takes 8 of them. All right. And the ROM one is a little bit more. It's like $4. So, um, and then when you look at all the other things that I put on here that are new, like, I mean, um, the actually CPU socket, PDS socket, okay, um, and all of those and the other socket and all the other sockets alone, just the sockets, and then you got $25 for the board, and that is there's no markup on that. So really, you're getting. I mean, I have almost nothing in there for actually my own time. All right, and it's the same thing with the actually classic boards. I do those for 125. Those are or 100. Yeah, yeah, 125. I think I do those for. All right, now the reason why I don't like these chips is because you don't see much of the pads. Okay, that's good. So let's do the next one that's right next to it. I got a little bit of solder on there, and I don't like that. I like to have it nice and smooth, so I'll take it off. So, yeah, I mean, when you factor in, I mean, I think that my CPU sockets are like $5. The PDS is like six something. So right there alone, I got $10. Okay, on the RAM, okay, 3 times 8 is six. I mean, right there you are, $16. Okay, well, oh no, that's more. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus then the CPU and the actually PDS, you're already at 35, and then the RAM one, you're at $40 just on those sockets, just on those things alone. Okay, add 25 for the board. Okay, you're already at $65. So I mean, but I do it because I enjoy this. I want people to have their SC30s. Let's see people enjoy it. The first board I did was for actually Scott, um, and that board had some sentimental value for him. This one I am going to touch up a little bit. Okay, so it was very nice that my first board was one that had a sentimental meaning to someone. And from that day on, Scott and I have been amazing friends, very good. We talk about every day. Met him in person at VCF Midwest. Uh, Met a lot of great people at VCF Midwest. I hope to go again next year. Make sure I am recording. Yes, okay. And be doing all this work and talk, and I'm not recording. Wouldn't that be a pisser? You can see, I barely see any of the pad. So I'm just shoving the solder in there. That's one side done. Two. So now this board, I did not record me taking off the stuff from the old one, because that's boring. But I will do all videos on the assembling it because Richard wants to use it. I already did that chip. Okay, so I think I got all of those done. I've gotten better at seeing this now that I don't need to hang it off the table. Okay, let's go do this cereal chip next. This is this one right here. This is the cereal. Oh, that's this chip. Trust me, it is this one. Oh, this one I need to clean it a little bit. So how do we clean these? This one's got a lot of solder, so we put some flux on it. Okay. All I'm gonna do is just heat up these legs. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's put on our flux. You notice I'm putting it on the outside edge, not on the pad itself. Well, sometimes it is on the pad itself too, but all right, let's get the orientation correct. Square, 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 square. So that goes like that. You can see now why I do it on the outside edge, because that's where the legs are. I'll straighten up your view in a second here. Let me get some solder on my tip. So again, we align this. I can clear it up a little bit. Okay. Okay. And going over here. So yes, this talent. I mean, oh boy, I would love to see us tap more into it. Um, we're already working a little bit with some amazing people. Doug Brown, the original creator of the ROM Sim programmer, and now has recreated version 2. Steve Chamberlain has helped us a little bit, well, with quite a bit of stuff. As he's helped more with Joaquim with being able to come out with more ROMs, which we have some very special ROMs coming out soon. And after this board, I still got 5 more reloaded to do. Okay. Oh, I already did that side. Okay. So we got all 4 sides done. Ah, sneeze there. Okay. Next chip, right next to that, is the SCSI. Let's take a look and see how this one looks. This one will clean up by itself. So let's go ahead and put it on. So Richard, your board taking shape. Um, I don't see any problems unless there's a damaged chip, which I don't really think we're going to come across. They look pretty good. Um, like I said earlier, I would prefer to use my bowl boards. Um, geez, I'm probably already into almost 30 boards I've done since I started doing SC Reloaded. So I've been doing these for quite a bit, quite a quite a bit. Well, I've done quite a bit of them. Let's just put it that way. The four, I have four from one person, and they came from Pierre in France. Apparently, there's not many people in Europe that do this work because they're sending me their boards. So because I got some boards from UK, France, Netherlands, Sweden. I've had some from Spain, Portugal, Italy. So and quite a bit. Okay, all right. So next one is the swim. Take a look at that one. Yeah, this one will clean on its own also. Because remember that solder there. I mean, I'm already gonna put wick. I mean, I'm already putting flux on the board. When I put the heat, that solder that is there is gonna melt and flow correctly. So having a little bit of overflow solder on there kind of helps me. Um, I don't know, people I send email to for me to work on their boards and they never answer me back. So I'm gonna make the decision myself, and that's it. Email them to ask him what color he wants, what board color he wants, and so since I have more of the blue ones, I think I'm gonna give him a blue board. Because the one in France that has the four boards wants all four of them purple, so. And my purple stock is starting to run a little low. Okay, that's secure. This is, yeah, 61 goes here, 63 is the Apple Sound chip. I think 6253 is the two Vias. No, 65 C22. 60. Well, no, well, it's the Apple chip number, not the. which I was able to buy some. I have some spare old stock Vias. I have some CPUs. I have some FPUs. Next, I need to buy some SCSI and Zilog. Because really, I'm not getting that many donor boards. I mean, so far, I have not had a SE30 that I failed on that I could not get to work. And what I do is I buy some classics. I buy some classic boards and I use them as donors. So not many people want classic, so. Alright, so this is one of the Vias. See what I told you? Yeah, you see, 6523 is the chip number. 338S6523. That goes on like this. Let's see what Scott had to say. Is it Scott or is it Petar or is it Mark? Uh, okay, so let's see how that looks underneath. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That will all straighten up. Nothing, no major bridges. So we're almost done with these small PLCs. What's left then is the glue, which is really no different, and the FPU. I'll put it in view in a second here. There we go. Again, I'm gonna look at my corners here and here. Make sure I get all the sides of the V at this time. This was the side that I missed. Right. I had another board that was giving me something funny. Boots up and worked fine and everything, but as soon as I tested it with the tech step, it told me that a swim chip failed. I'm like, swim chip? Hmm. So I swapped the actually swim chip with a known good one. Because I have a board that's all sockets, and I can test the chips in that. So I changed the chip, and I have the same issue. Tech step, swim, fail. So I go look at the schematic, and I'm like, okay, well, what comes? What else is the swim chip communicating with? What's the output from it? And I look that it's going to resistor pack 10 and then to the floppy ports. Like, okay, let me meter out the resistor pack 10. Everything was within range and all that, but I was like, you know what? I have some of these, so let's just switch it. So I put in a socket because it was soldered directly to the board, and I don't like doing that, but I didn't have any sockets. But then I found where my sockets are. So I changed it, did a test again, and voila, it worked. I didn't get the error message anymore. So um, easy to see that it was the resistor pack want to see my writing, see if it's good and clear. Yeah, okay. So the actual resistor pack caused the problem. I've ran into a lot of problems with actually resistor packs. I've had it where the board gets no power or nothing. Come to find out, RP7, which is supposed to be a 1K resistor pack that pulls things up to 5 volts. The reset line is on that. And um, I've seen it where two pins on that resistor pack, because you got to keep your common your source to pull it up as pin 16s, and then you got to measure each pin to see if it's all 1K. And I would get to like pin 3 and 4, and it was not 1K. It was like 400 and something ohms. So I switched that to a new resistor pack, and voila, the board suddenly powers up. And before that, it wasn't powering up at all. Nothing, nada. So then I've had also resistor pack 8 give me the same problem. So I've gotten to now where I check my resist. If I got a problem, one of the first things I go to resistor packs. I had one where the mouse and keyboard were not working. Change to the resistor pack and put blah, it now works. So But now Saturday, my mom and I are going to a little concert here. Been years since I've gone to a concert here in Cayman, but it's not a concert of. Um, it's a concert for a group from my mom's generation, not mine. But she wanted to go, and my mom has a hard time walking sometimes. So plus it's a $350 a ticket because it's a very small little venue and a private showing and meet and greet afterwards and that. But it's a impersonators of the Rat Pack. So my mother and I are going to that concert Saturday. So, um, but instead of all five of the Rat Pack, it's only three. Impersonating Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dean Martin. Okay. So one more to do here, and this is the ADB chip, and that goes right there. Got a mosquito flying around in here. I want to reposition this because, yeah, that better. So we're gonna go to that. It starts at, they have a wine and hors d'oeuvre hour from 7 to 8. Now it's being held at the actually Ritz-Carlton Ballroom. I haven't been there in a long time. When I was working, I remember having seminars and different expos and that in there. But I'm retired now and loving it. Sorry, never gonna go back to working at 9 to 5 or anything, or for anyone else. If anything, I do it for myself. Okay, so ADB goes on like this. Then they have a 1 hour of a concert from 8 to 9. Then they have a 30-minute recess. Then they continue again till um, 10:30. Yeah. So 10:30 it ends, and then after that is the actually meet and greet again too. You do have some of it during the wine and actually hors d'oeuvres, um, the reception. So we go see the Red Pack. Um, I know some of their music, but it's more from my mother. I mean, she's alone, and father passed away 6 years ago now. Coming up to six. December 6th will be six. Passed away 3 days before his birthday, before he turned 85. Yeah. Well, we all go sometime. I mean, we all have to. We come in this world empty, and we leave this world empty. Uh, Scott, you bought some stuff. You bought some RTC chips. Is that what you asked me about? I have my supplies coming for the better chip because I needed some AT25s, AT Tiny 25s. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, AT Tiny 85s, and I have those on the way because it has to be 85. Okay, so we have all of those PLCs done. There's only two left. One is the glue. Scott, how many did you buy? I don't remember how many Jake has. Oh. So now, Scott, did you get those manuals mailed out? Let me ask you. Also, you mail out manuals. See here, what did he buy? Let me send a screenshot of this to Jake so he can ship it out tomorrow. You only bought one? No, you couldn't have bought one. You bought two. Okay. Quantity two. All right. Let me send this to Jake quick. All right. I sent that to Jake. Scott, he will get that out to you tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, okay, no, he hasn't mailed the manuals, but they're in the car. Okay, so we are now at the glue. The glue is a big chip. All right. I'm basically looking at right now is how they look, how the legs look down here. This is okay. It will all clean up. So now you may wonder, you see, here's where the glue goes. Big, 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 big spots. The biggest chip on the board after the CPU. The CPU is bigger. Is it? Yeah, not by much. So, but we do it the same way. We put down the flux. Well, sorry, we got three more PLCs. Okay, so I have the flux down the same way, you see? And all I need is a corner. So I want this corner. Clear it up. Matter of fact, it's already soldered, but that's fine. I got too much on my tip, that's why. Let me turn the board, go to the opposite side. We do the same thing. Repeat process, repeat, repeat, repeat. As you repeat, you get better. You master it. See? Secure. Look at this. Ah, that's on there hard. That's it. Now I come over here and I'm going to drag. Drag it. See? I look for those nice pillows instead of these flat things, okay? If I know it's flat, that means I don't have enough solder. Okay. Can you see? Yeah. Okay, see? So just because it's a big chip makes no difference. You do it the same way. See? Look how easy this is. Look how simple. Just drag it. Okay, I'm just doing a quick inspection to see if I have any bridges. Looks, looks beautiful. Okay, now before I do the FPU, I have this other small little one right here. That's this one. This one controls a lot of the RAS and CAS and read-write stuff of the memory. So this one, because of how that looks, I'm gonna clean it. Okay, came in linked. All right, so let's put down a little bit of flux. After this, we'll do the FPU, and then that's it for the PLCs. And we can start doing some of the other chips. A board I done recently, this chip right here. See, the notch is over here, and it's supposed to go on the board like actually this, but I ended up putting it on like this, and the board would not fire up. But these I can actually reproduce. It's a gal that I can program, and I have some blanks. This is another one that is one of the chips that I don't like doing because there's almost no pad space. And sometimes on these boards, I may do all those small chips first, then I'll come and do the PLCs, or I may do the PLCs first. Like in this case, we did the PLCs first because they're the ones that people seem to be afraid of more. I'm not afraid of them. But I have learned don't use the sockets too much unless you got a board that's got some very good chips. Very good clean chips without any corrosion or anything on them. Okay, because if you have that, you stand a good chance that it won't fit good in the socket and they won't make contact. Because PLCC sockets are all different. I mean, I've had boards that I put on a PLC and then I try to use it, it won't work. I take off the PLCC socket and I solder it directly to the board and it works. So that's telling me that the sockets are not all cracked up or what they're cracked up to be. And especially the bigger ones for like the glue and the FPU, because you gotta cut out that center support so that you can solder it on. Sorry, I'm just scrubbing the board a little bit. Okay, so we have one more to go, the FPU. I forgot about that one. Let's go. Same process, okay? Let's take a look and see how it came off. Yeah, I'll just put this the way it is. The notch is up here. Go to this corner down here. See, I can barely see. Okay, now we go and try to drag this. Very hard to see this one because there's almost no pad. I just have to go with my gut feeling and what I can see. Okay, one side. That's good. Okay, looks good. Oh, I hope tomorrow I can get my package. That is some parts, and it's the 258 chips that are in here that I need. I've got 3 orders from Mauser that are on the way directly to me here in Cayman. But they go to my forwarder in Miami, and then they will receive it. They'll inspect it and document it, and then fly it down here. I pay them a fee. When it gets here, then they will clear it with customs and do everything else. So I do have to provide an invoice. And then a couple days of arriving, I have my stuff. So online, I pay the shipping and handling on the U.S. side, and the shipping from Miami to Cayman. Or I can choose and tell them, well, if the stuff is big and heavy, to send it by ocean. Then when it gets here, they'll clear it, and I pay them the duty amount that they paid. Alright, that looks nice and good. Alright, so we have finished the PLCC chips. So you want to see what the board looks like now? It looks like this. There's nothing down here, so I'm going to take that out. So we've done the FPU, which I want to clean now. Okay, FPU. This is for memory, RAS, CAS, and so forth, and switching between them, between the upper and lower. Bank A, Bank B. Glue, Apple Sound chip, two serials. Two serial for the ports. This is the serial communication chip. SCSI, SWIM, via ADB. Okay, so we've done all those. So now we can start doing some of these other smaller chips. But before that, I need to go. I'll be right back. Folks, we're gonna continue here now. This is the 240 chip. Then right behind it, we have a resistor pack. That's resistor pack 1. That's 22 ohm resistors. Okay, there's the resistor pack, and it goes right there. I'm going like this because I want to clean it, though. That's why I'm scrubbing it. I'm using the heat together with the solder and the flux to remove debris and clean these and recoat it. We're good there. Okay, next I got some more resistor packs here. I got 3 in a row here next to each other. This is RP 4, 5, and 6. Sorry. I went to get some water and took my medicine, so okay. That's I went to the bathroom. 3 resistor packs here. Oh no, that's backwards. Y'all see that okay? Let me see about the focus here. Okay. Alright, so let's solder here too. I need to scrub these legs a little bit. They got some gunk and debris on them, so line it up. A bit too much solder. That's how I connected pretty good. Okay. Okay. Now we will get the other sides. This one is over a little bit too much, but it's okay. It's already on. Again, now the intention is to try to recycle or reuse as much of the donor board as possible. You know, these legs look a little rough, but to keep costs low and so forth, you can still use them. But I had a board that I did recently that I put on the resistor packs and started okay, but I had problems with them, so I did have to put on new. So those are all on. I have some of the 258s here. I'm gonna bring them into view so then I can inspect them. Cause I'll probably get my new ones tomorrow. Well, let's try them. Again, let's try to keep costs down. So I have 4 of them, so okay, here they are. one. Okay. Go on to the next. We're probably gonna scrub it too. Okay. Okay. When I clean these with solder remover, we'll see it better. Need some flux. This one actually moved a little bit on me. The leg broke. Okay, well, that's what happens. So that one I cannot. I'll have to put a new one when they arrive tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get them tomorrow. Mosquito that keeps on flying around in here and bugging the hell out of me. Okay, so we got one I gotta take off and not use. Well, I'll do that at the end here. Okay, let's take that one off. We'll use my hot air. So that's what happens with them sometimes. Those legs are so weak from the corrosion and so forth that they will fall apart on you. Legs will break. And so I was able to save 3. So I need to put 3 new ones on there. I want to do one a little bit more cleaning here. Okay, so get that ready for the chip that is to come. Alright, so let's see how well these legs cleaned up so you have an idea of what I was doing about the scrubbing. So we can see here. See, they came nice and clean. Okay, so we have all that on there. Okay, so what did I have to? Okay, this chip I can throw out. That's no good. All right. So we can continue here. We can't put on those three, but we can put on the other resistor packs and the LS30, and all those go over here. Let's look at some of these resistor packs and that. Let me turn them and orient the stuff correctly. 102 goes there. 102 goes there. That one goes there. And that one goes there. So you have an idea where these are gonna go. A 1K resistor pack goes there. A 200 resistor pack goes there. LS30 there, and another 1K resistor pack. So let's put down our flux. Having some issues with this board there. Still not want to come up. Okay, so we go put on all of these chips. Solder, solder, solder. Let's go on. Let's keep on going. What time is it? Almost 8 o'clock. Okay. leg there look a little weak. 200 resistors, you can't find any more resistor packs. But this is a pull down, so it's pulling it down to ground. And it will work with a 220, which you can still get. Ah, why sometimes this flux just like disappears so fast. Then I get all that solder behaving bad. Don't like how this one is sticking. And this one is very critical. I think that snapped. Let's go take a look. See, that's not secure. Still not being held good. Let me put a new one here. I don't like this. And this is when the legs are dirty and bad. See, it doesn't want to solder. I think I'm going to replace that chip. I'm not going to use this one. I'll put a new chip down. I have them. I just need to go get it. Garbage. Okay. So I'll go get that chip in a minute. Let's solder on these other sides of these three. LS30. This other 1K resistor back. No, sorry, that was a 200. This is the 1K. I don't like how they look either. Let's go poke them. Okay. Let me go get a resistor and I'll be right back. Alright, so if we continue with this, I got my chip. Let me pull it out and we'll put it. I have an old one here. Yeah, let's use the old one instead of a new one because I only have one. Hopefully I will get my 20 that I ordered tomorrow. I don't know. This one, the legs look a lot better. I still got a lot of flux there, so I'll try to see if I can put it on here. Okay. Exhaustion just hit me. And I'm already an hour and a half into this stream, so I don't know how much more I'm going to do tonight. Okay. We have two other little surface mounts. Little chips back here. I don't want to do the 7 or the video mug stuff right now. These are 175s, I think. Okay. The shepherd's pie tonight, and it gave me heartburn. Ooh. Okay. There's a little voltage inverter that goes right there. And there's no markings. You can't see the markings, but I know how I took it off. Same way. Exactly the same orientation as I'm putting it back on. Alright, let's do some cleaning here. I First box of wipes is starting to get pretty empty. Bottles are also getting empty. I need to fill them tomorrow. Okay, so a few chips I said I didn't want to get to. Let's see. I just want to see what they look like. I don't. If they're pretty clean, I may put them on. That one looks. That one looks nice. That one looks new. Same thing with this one. Okay, so these are the ones that go here. The 393s. Okay, then we got a 166. I wonder if Richard already changed these because these chips look very good, except this one. This one looks like it was the original. Then we have four 253s. You know what? I think I'm gonna put these on. They don't look so bad. If these video things don't work, your video ROM is not gonna load, and your machine will not work. Okay. the 166. This is the one usually goes bad because that capacitor that's sitting right to the left of it. But that dragon, that's what most of the solder is place it, drag it, see? Done. Place it, drag it. So I'm kind of looking forward to the concert on Saturday night. It'll be nice to go do something else, and to be able to take my mother to go do something that she probably would not have done on her own. Because I was like, you know what, mother, you don't do anything. Let's go and do something for you. Oh, anyway, okay. So all those are on. We're now gonna tackle the other side. And this is just drag. See, drag. This one a bit more because we need to clean it a little bit. That's the 166. Because the cap is right here. This area right here always suffers. That's on the original board, okay? That's got electrolyte caps. Electrolytic. Not electrolyte. Electrolyte is you're finding Gatorades in that. Heartburn really hit me. Okay. Okay. I mean, to we got those on there also. I think that's it for me for tonight. I'm tired. So let's go look at this board. We'll give you a view. Here we are. So we've done all the PLCs. These two we've done over here. I still got three 258s I need to put on. I got two actually diodes over here and a socket and a crystal capacitor. Socket, capacitor. Here comes a transistor, a socket, floppy, SCSI, socket. All these are gonna get sockets. I got two other transistors to put here. So crystal, I still need to take that off. So, but overall we're doing pretty good because I mean a lot of the stuff I already have. I already have a processor here. I got all this stuff for the back is already here. Okay. Processor already here. So tomorrow we will get this one finished. So we will get it finished up and test. I'm pretty sure this will work. I'm confident. I'm more confident in my abilities, and the soldering has gotten so much better with these. And gee, when you see the 4 boards I still got to do for France, you'll be like, oh my God, did those come out of a river? Um, some of them pretty bad, but anyway. So this is coming along good, folks. Let's go to a. Oh God, I need a haircut. That's one of the things I want to do tomorrow. Go get a haircut and a shave. So anyway, so this is part one of the board for Richard McFarland from Computer Hobby Shop. Please go check his site and see what all he has to offer. It's just one board I have to do for him and get this to him. Then I have the 4 for France, and then one more after that. So I don't remember the name for the other one, Adam or something. No, I can't remember. But someone that I emailed that I'm waiting to find out what actually color board he wants, and he might get a blue one. Not much I can do about that. Because I got to do four purple for the one in France. So anyway, where can you all find me? This actually YouTube channel, of course. KMacVintage.com. Visit the shop. You can see all the nice things we have there. We got some new things coming soon. Some stock is going to be added to that I've made that I need to ship. KMac Vintage on actual Blue Sky. A Twix is the same thing. A Twitter now X, aka X, or X, aka Twitter. So let us just call it Twix. TWIX, right? Anyway, you can find me at those locations. So anyway, if you like the video, do me a thumbs up, please. Comments appreciated, and so forth. Just so you all know, my actually videos are not edited. The way they come out, the way they're shot, and the way that the work is done is the way that you see them. I don't have any sponsors. Did I get that mosquito? Yes, finally got you. So I don't do sponsorships and this and that because I don't want to have to owe anyone anything or feel obligated that I need to do something a certain way. So anyway, thank you folks, and this is part one. Be sure to catch part two, which will probably be the ending of it also because we're not that far off. The rest, it's just a lot of soldering. The rest is just a lot of soldering, a lot of sockets to put in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 sockets. So you can imagine that's a lot of soldering. Then I got eight actually memory sims and a ROM sim and the PDS socket. Anyway, so see you all in part two. Okay, bye bye.